on the People Station. We are WSDI Star 105.3. When sitting City Councilman Joseph Sonny Vickers took that oath and became the interim mayor of the city of Valdosta, what did that picture represent in terms of the future of African Americans in Valdosta and Lowndes County, when African Americans are the majority in the city of Valdosta?
One of the things that I said to my friend Roy Taylor, and philanthropist, businessman, I said, by selecting a black man for the next 4 months, it will signal to white people that it's okay. You can support, you can vote for a black man. He can do the job. The other thing I like to say about Sonny is that I've always admired what he can't do, he acknowledges, admits, and then he asks somebody else to do it and gives them credit for it.
He's been there longer than anybody else. He is one of the sharpest parliamentarians you'll ever come across, and he has a great working relationship with the city manager, Larry Hanson. Sonny Vickers can get dollars out of Larry Hanson when most people cannot.
You telling me? I know.
When children, young people, teenagers, young adults look at that black man sitting in the seat formerly held by Mayor John Freddie, that should give them hope and motivation and inspiration that if you hold on, you can hold out and never dream too small.
Tell me about it.
Make your dreams as big as your face will allow, because you never know. That was one of the things that Councilman Vickers said. He never had any idea that he would end up where he is. And we thank God for his blessing.
And when he came to me about 6:30 one morning, he came to ask me to support somebody else. He didn't seek it, but it was the members of council unanimously
That's right.
that wanted him.
That's right.
That to me is what's important. Let me say one other thing. By him being selected from among his peers, it said a little more about his skill, his ability to negotiate and to compromise and to work things through, that if he had been elected by the Board of City, because we don't really know what goes on downtown.
Absolutely.
But the people who are there every other week and who work with each other, sometimes daily, they know each other.
Yes, they do.
And they all, to a man and woman, decided that he was their man.
When we look at the issue of school consolidation, I want to go straight to that. Is it time now or is it time later?
What my problem with doing it now is we have not been educated enough on this issue as to what's going to happen after the 8th of November. Who knows? I don't know. I've also done some checking, by the way, at your urging, of what happened in Chattanooga. And there are people who tell you it didn't work there. And the tests that they are doing and all of the research they've done have come down to one thing: they don't know.
You know, there are battles going on across the state of Tennessee, from West Tennessee, Memphis, down to Nashville, in Middle Tennessee, all the way to East Tennessee to Chattanooga. And by the grace of God, I was able to be in all three of those places last weekend. There are battles being waged. A federal judge ordered the city and county government, city, county school boards in Memphis, Tennessee, to consolidate and do it now. We don't want that to happen in Valdosta. I suggested to some people after that community forum where questions were asked, answers were given, that it's time for the city school board to be on the left side of the stage, the county school board on the right side of the stage, and QE in the middle. Then everybody can tell the truth and shame the devil. Because somebody's telling the truth. And to put it bluntly, as my daddy would say, somebody lied, Junior. It's that simple. You can't have it both ways. Either somebody is right or somebody is wrong. Either it's good or it's not. Either it works or it doesn't. And we need to know the good, the bad, and the ugly.
I'd like to make one other point with respect to black children. The Supreme Court in 1954 ruled that segregation of the public schools in the South were inherently, or segregated public schools in the South were inherently unequal, and ordered that they desegregate with all deliberate speed. Unfortunately, they won, we lost. what did we lose? We lost our history, we lost our culture, we lost our heritage. They won. They got Michael Jordan and they got the other famous basketball players, and our black colleges lost the ability then to have produce future Hall of Famers. And I could go on and on with this. Right here in Valdosta, we had 200 black businesses. 200. Today, the two largest black businesses in this city are the black church and the funeral home. That's tragic. And so I need to know what we're going to gain out of this. That's what I need to know.
Desegregation did not fully lead to integration.
No,
all we did was somebody opened the door and we were able to walk in, but it did not bring about the blending. It did not create that salad bowl, that melting pot that everybody likes to talk about that America is. That did not happen.
Right. We walked into theirs and out of ours and left ours dangling, and that's what has happened.
Question: why don't white people do business with black businesses? To the extent that we do business with them.
Well, they're not forced to, number one. Why should they have businesses sprinkled throughout the black community and we have none?
It would take dollars out of their community.
And you will not find that anywhere else. The Hispanics, the dollar in the Hispanic community floats around in that community 8 to 12 times before it leaves. In the Jewish community, it's 18 times. In the Polish community and every other community, that dollar floats around several times before it leaves. It floats in and out of ours. It goes from a black hand to a white hand. That's why our communities have been disintegrated.
And communities cannot survive without economic turnover in their communities.
You have to have what we call group economics. Group economics. The Hispanics practice it. The Germans practice it. The Asians practice it. Look around you. How many times have you found a black person working in a Chinese store?
One would think that with an African-American head of the Valdosta Lounge Industrial Authority, we got African-American members on the board of the Chamber of Commerce. We've got now an African-American interim mayor. We've got principals, we've got teachers, we've got doctors, we've got lawyers, we've got Indian chiefs. It would seem at some point in time there would be a community town hall meeting to address the issues and the needs of the African-American community. We're standing on the verge of electing an African-American legislator to represent a part of this city and county in the General Assembly. A very wise and a very senior member of our legislative delegation said that if we're not careful and if we don't take action, we will awaken the day after election day and find that a white person is representing a majority black district.
Well, that's already happening.
Amy Carter.
That's right, it's already happening. And you know what she did to us? She jumped ship and became a Republican. And now she's in the process, along with other Republicans, redrawing the districts so that they'll be favorable to Republicans. But I got to get out of here.
I know you got to go. I thank you so much for coming in and being with me. You're talking about a blessing. That was indeed a blessing.
Thank you for inviting me.
Sunday Morning Gospel, I'm Lee Henderson. That's the pastor, the activist, the